Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, Love, Art, and the Unraveling of a Hollywood Power Couple in By the Sea. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were once the ultimate Hollywood power couple, two of the most beautiful and talented stars in the industry who shared a whirlwind romance that captivated the world. From their fateful meeting on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005, to their highly publicized wedding in 2014, their love story seemed like something out of a movie. However, their 2015 film By the Sea, a deeply personal project written and directed by Jolie, would later be seen as an eerie foreshadowing of their eventual divorce. A love story born on set. Pitt and Jolie's love story began in 2004 while filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a stylish action romance that followed a married couple who discovered they were both spies assigned to kill each other. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and though Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston at the time, rumors of an off-screen romance between him and Jolie began swirling. By early 2005, Pitt and Aniston had separated, and by the summer, Pitt and Jolie were spotted together with Jolie's adopted son, Maddox, confirming their relationship. Over the years, their family grew as they adopted more children. Zahara, Pax, and welcomed their biological children, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian. As their family expanded, so did their professional collaborations, leading to By the Sea, a film that would be their first and only on-screen pairing after Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The making of By the Sea. Unlike the thrilling and action-packed Mr. and Mrs. Smith, By the Sea was a slow-burning drama focused on a couple struggling with their marriage while vacationing in a coastal town in France. Jolie not only starred in the film but also wrote, directed, and produced it. She was inspired by European cinema from the 1960s and crafted a deeply introspective story that examined love, loss, and emotional detachment. The film followed Vanessa, Jolie, and Roland, Pitt, a married couple dealing with grief, resentment, and emotional distance. As they spent time at a picturesque seaside hotel, they observed a newlywed couple next door, which forced them to confront their own fractured relationship. Themes of pain, unspoken trauma, and longing ran throughout the film, making it an intense and intimate project. At the time, Jolie described By the Sea as an artistic exploration of relationships rather than a reflection of her own marriage. In an interview, she explained, "It's not autobiographical, but we have our issues and work through them. We are very human and very flawed." Filming took place in Malta, just after their 2014 wedding in France. Many assumed working on such an emotionally heavy film together would be cathartic for the couple, but in hindsight, By the Sea appeared to be an ominous sign of the cracks forming in their real-life marriage. Art imitating life? When By the Sea was released in November 2015, it received mixed reviews from critics. While some praised its moody cinematography and raw performances, others found it slow and self-indulgent. More importantly, the film struggled at the box office, grossing only $3.3 million against a reported $10 million budget. But beyond its critical and commercial performance, what fascinated fans was how much the film seemed to parallel Jolie and Pitt's real-life relationship struggles. It was hard to ignore the fact that, just a year after its release, the couple shocked the world by announcing their divorce. In September 2016, Jolie filed for divorce from Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences. The news sent shockwaves through Hollywood, especially since the couple had been together for over a decade and had built a family of 6 children. Reports later surfaced about an alleged altercation between Pitt and their eldest son, Maddox, on a private jet, which fueled even more speculation and drama around their split. The aftermath, from Brangelina to bitter legal battles. Unlike their romantic fairytale beginnings, Pitt and Jolie's divorce was anything but amicable. What started as a simple separation soon turned into one of Hollywood's most high-profile and contentious legal battles. From disputes over child custody to legal conflicts over their shared assets including their French vineyard, Chateau Miraval. Their divorce proceedings dragged on for years. Jolie focused on her humanitarian work and directing career while continuing to raise their children. Pitt, meanwhile, turned to therapy and personal growth, later winning an Oscar for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019. Over time, both have spoken about their experiences, with Pitt acknowledging the pain of the divorce and Jolie expressing her struggles as a single mother. Looking back, what By the Sea really meant. Though By the Sea may not have been a blockbuster success, it remains a fascinating piece of cinema, one that, in hindsight, feels almost like a documentary of a marriage in its final days. While Jolie insisted at the time that the film wasn't autobiographical, it's hard to ignore the way its themes of love, resentment, and emotional distance mirrored what was happening behind the scenes. In many ways, By the Sea was less about telling a fictional story and more about processing real emotions. It was an experiment in art and therapy, one that, unfortunately, did not save the relationship it was created within. The legacy of Brangelina. Despite their divorce, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie remain two of the most respected figures in Hollywood. Their legacies as actors, filmmakers, and philanthropists continue to grow, even if their time as a couple has ended. Their love story, from the highs of Mr. and Mrs. Smith to the lows of By the Sea, remains one of the most talked about Hollywood romances of all time. Perhaps, in another life, their story might have had a different ending. But as By the Sea poignantly illustrated, love, no matter how grand, sometimes fades, leaving only memories and the art that remains.